Normally, man is asleep and is dreaming in the sleep of being awake. Whatever he sees, he listens, he thinks, and he speaks is his imagination, is a part of the dream that he finds himself in and believes to be the reality. His original senses, the sense of sight, sense of hearing, sense of touch and feeling, all of them are numb and dead. It's not that his eyes don't see. It's not that his ears cannot hear. It's not that his hands cannot feel. The senses in themselves are biologically absolutely fine. Yet, it has never been the senses by themselves perceiving the reality. Our senses are like servants to a master, our awareness. They are slaves to this master. Whatever they capture, the master, the awareness, makes it real. When man is asleep, this awareness is dead. The senses, therefore, despite being biologically 100% fine, do not serve their purpose. It's like a man who is in coma. He can hear and yet not listen. He can look with a madman's gaze and yet not be able to see. He goes through the pain and yet he cannot feel it. This is the life condition of most around us. And in this situation, men are getting into relationships. It is in this situation that men are transacting business. It is in this situation that men are also going and preaching and telling others what to do and not to do. It is a very precarious situation. Men who are sleeping, who are blind, are leading many others who are sleeping, who are blind. One never knows what they are walking into. Is it a deep gorge? Is it the sea? Is it the desert? Nobody knows. Because the one who leads as well as the one who follows is in deep slumber, is in a state imagining and knowing the imagination is real. And in this state of somnambulism, one is leading and many others are following. Such is the state of the business of life that we are living in. Such is the state of the safety, surety of human life. The biggest fear is not that people will go out on the road and will be killed in accident. The biggest fear is that in this state of reverie, in this state of dreaming and yet not knowing that one is dreaming, one is rapidly being led unto perishment, and more unfortunately is leading others with whom he or she is related unto perishment. One may argue that this is a part of a larger design, so why should one bother about it? It's a part of universal will to lead some people unto perishment, so that those who are awake can have more space to grow and evolve. The argument apart, if one looks a little deeply and goes back to the universal will that created us, definitely man was not created to be perished. Man was created to go through the experience of life and figure out for himself or herself who he or she is. Humankind was created with the power of divinity bestowed into him. And the only way, and such is the design of this creation, that the only way one would get to know the enormity, the infiniteness of this power is by living it, is by experiencing it in the moment, in every breath one takes and leaves, in every experience of existence. And to be able to do this, the most important thing, the most important quality one would need to invoke is one's awareness, a gift that we were all born with, an awesome design that we were given to unfathom the mystery of who we are and who we are meant to be. So on the one hand lies the possibility of awakening, and manifestation of divinity. On the other hand lies the precarious possibility of perishment. And this is where the second gift that we carry with us comes into force. The gift of the ability to make choices. The gift of seeking directions. The gift of values which help us in the moments of decision making to choose what is most appropriate for every individual as a unique being. And with these gifts, there is a third gift, the gift of guided grace. It is not that we were created and disconnected from the source of creation. Every moment of our existence, the connection is still alive. Messages, guidance, and very, very deep-seated decisions are always getting communicated to us. Even in the state of our dreams, these messages may often be sent for us to hear and pay heed to. So while on the one hand, there is this reality of the dreaming, sleeping man, on the other hand, there is this awesome reality of the gifted man. The day he wakes up, the gifts are ready to help him move in the direction of becoming a man of action, a man who is out there to manifest divinity that he was born with.